All right, guys, Mr. Mystic. Now, this is one of those, there are not many dispensers out there where people say, hey, that's not real. We got Oswald and we got Mr. Mystic. There's an Oswald box, so we know that something's inside the Oswald box. Some think it's a fat ear bunny, and some don't know. Some think it's a one-eye monster with this hat. But this is Mr. Mystic. He's a unique Pez dispenser, and he has some characteristics that you have to have. Now, what year did it come out? I'm doing this in the 1960s because in order for this to come out, or in order for it to be a Mr. Mystic, legit, and you're not going to find it in John's price guide because of its uncertain nature, but it's got to have this. You've got to have a DBP stem. You see that? DBP. You got to have the 2 IMC here at the top. You got to have nothing here. And on the other side, you have to have the blank oval. Okay? On Zorro, we saw that had Walt Disney in it most of the time. And sometimes there's not even an oval. But it's got to be that oval, and it has to be blank. It's got to be this head, which is a Zorro head. And it's got to have this. Oh, sorry. It's got to have a steel spring. And it's got to have that hole and that post. All right? Now, big deal, right? Mr. Mystic, it's got to have that going on. Now, here's the thing. I did some exploring because it's the same head as Zorro. And we just did a video with Zorro and the Green Hornet, which we said was the same head. Now, here's the thing. This hat, curved hat, fits on that post. Post. Let's call it a post. And it's got the same hole. Okay? Now you saw that I have 4 different Zorros. This is the one without the logo on the stem. My other 3 have it. And the reason I picked this one is that my other 3 don't have a hole in the head. How do I know? I looked inside, and all other Zorros don't have a hole. So that means the hat still has, and the head's got a peg, but there's no hole. So it's not a Mr. Mystic head. So this could be it. I mean, honestly, this could be a Mr. Mystic head with a Zorro hat on it. Except it's not a DBP stem. It doesn't have the wire spring. And the oval says Walt Disney inside of it. So that's not it. It's the same mold, but it's not a Mr. Mystic. But let's keep going. I'll make sure not to mix these up. Now I'll be careful not to break this. This is my Green Hornet. This, you saw the video. This is the Type 1 hat. The reason I picked this one is that all of my Type 2s, and I have 4 of them, remember, 4 different hat colors, without that pinched part on top of the hat, don't have the hole inside the head. Now this one doesn't either. See, there's no hole in there. So why did I pick this one? It's the only head I've got that has the blank side and the blank oval. Okay, so that could be a Mr. Mystic head. But you pull the hat off, and where's the hole? It's not there. So, and I've got 4 Zorros and 5 Green Hornets, and none of them have the Mr. Mystic head. Right? We got all the right things here. The DBP, the 2, the metal spring, but that's a stem. Big deal. Look at the head. You got the blank oval and a blank side. And the only one I have that's like that does not have a hole on top. Or I've got the blank side and the hole on top, but the only one I've got says Walt Disney in it. So, for those of you out there thinking Zorro head or Green Hornet head can just become easily the Mr. Mystic head, let it be known that we've got at least 9 examples out there of where that's not the case. And I'll keep looking, I'll keep you posted, but for now, Mr. Mystic remains one of those unique heads. Hole, post, blank side, blank oval.